What is up, people? All right, we're live. We had some technical difficulties. Josh is in, he's out. But anyways, let's do a podcast, people.
It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when it touch down. Intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stacking cheese. It's Green Bay when that pack come. I got a plug like Poe and that's on me. It's Green Bay when that pack come.
All right, what is up, everybody? My microphone is not working. I think Josh has got like some audio situations as well. I hear a lot of things happen over there. Like, you have like a 40-mile-an-hour wind happen over there, like. But this is what we're doing.
Matt, I can't hear you at all, brother.
You can't hear me? I can hear. Can you hear me now?
I'm deaf.
Can you hear me?
I mean, it's probably on my end.
Yeah,
I can never hear you good, or maybe I had a problem with authority. One of the two. I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me, Dusty?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Lips moving.
Dusty can hear me, Josh.
I'll get out of here. I'll be back.
Josh is gonna try again. But anyways, shout out to Josh Moser, Fox 11 Sports Director formerly. Now he's working over there in Miami. I had to speak loudly, I think, because my microphone is not working. So I'm going off the mic, I think, from my camera here. But we're gonna try to have a show here, people. And I would say it's presented by Quick Trip, but I'm not sure they want any part of this show. They might just not want me to say that. So what's up, Mark Deaton? He's doing it. He was texting me. Are you doing a show or what? I have all types of technical difficulties. Josh, can you hear me?
I got you now. Now we're live.
All right, now we got it. All right, so I hope you guys can hear us. I'm gonna try to talk a little bit louder because my microphone's not working. I think I'm going off my camera mic, but he says I got a mic for sale. All right, no, I got a good mic. I just it's not hooked up properly. Something's going on. Anyways, I'll figure it out for the next show, people. So don't take this show as any type of way of judging my show. Anyways, Dusty, what is up, bro? Like,
nothing, man. Yep. Listen, I'm sitting here with you. I'm drinking. It's a Tuesday night. I'm riding high.
There we are. No, I appreciate you bouncing on like very quickly because I had a guess. It didn't turn out. Things happen, which turned out good because Josh is gonna give it another go. Dude, Josh, you're supposed to be like a big shot.
So professional
reporter.
over here, man.
Yeah, dude, you're a professional
Jesus.
reporter, professional like big Miami guy.
Brutal.
You can't figure out the iPhone. You can't figure out the.
I got people that do this for me now. I don't have to do this.
Yeah. I don't have nobody. I have nobody. Anyways, but how you been, Josh? I know you don't have a lot of time. Now you're down like 8 minutes, 7 minutes. But
are we good? I'm good, man. I miss you guys. Let's turn some volume on. There we go. It's Green Bay special. I say this all the time. I spent 6 years there covering the team, and the more cities that you're in. I was in the Broncos. I was there when Peyton won the Super Bowl, and here in Miami, there's just something different about Wisconsin. You saw it with the Bucks. You've got great teams here. You've got great players. It's the place everybody wants to vacation. All the athletes are down here, but there just isn't that fervor and love for the team. And seeing all those bikes going through training camp and texting with a couple of players that are still on the team, it's special. It's I miss it, man. I definitely miss it.
Yeah, and everybody misses you. Have you ever met Dusty? I think it's Dusty.
No, we never got a chance to.
Yeah, but you know.
Hi, Josh.
Twitter. You've seen him on Twitter. He's a guru of all things, all the smart things. You know what I mean? Like,
all the smart things.
I am not. That's why I asked him to come on. I was like, I have to have smart people come on. People think my show is good. I'm like, I just have smart people on because I just talk trash. But I'm a little buzzed up, Josh. I ain't gonna lie. But do you miss Quick Trip, Josh? How much do you miss Quick Trip?
I do. We had one right next to Fox 11 off of Lombardi right there. And great, like you put air in the tires. You had a little car wash. The food was excellent. Yeah. I had my loyalty card. So you could shower in a few of them, which was great coming back from the lake.
You could. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna bring. I got another guest jumping in here, Jen. Game on Wisconsin. But I want to tell you this story. I'll bring her in here because I think she should hear this story too. Shout out to Jen. What is up?
Hey.
Welcome, Jen. I'm going to tell the story, and then we're going to welcome you in it properly.
Okay.
But, I went to Packers family night. I parked at Fox 11's lot, right? Because I missed my turnoff. And then I was like, oh, Fox 11's got parking like $10 or whatever. Good deal. I was the first person there to park there. And so I parked there, and I go to family night. I had a couple, I had a couple brewskis. Not too many because I had to drive. But when it was raining, it was like raining, like just coming down, like so much storming. And so I'm like walking, I'm just drenched head to toe, and I had to pee so bad. It was such a long walk. I peed right in their parking lot. And I tweeted them. I said, sorry, Fox 11, but for $10, I get to pee in your parking lot.
I don't work here anymore, so your secret's safe with me.
No, I told them. I tweeted them. I said, hey, Fox 11, for $10 parking, which is a good deal, by the way. It's not that far. But when it's downpouring, it's far enough. But I had to pee, so I didn't open the door. I didn't, flash nobody. Nobody saw none.
Did you take the back way through D2? You go to the rec center? There's a secret path that cuts off, yeah.
Yeah, I
by
didn't
the
know that.
Field. It's the way to go.
Yeah, I went right down the main road. It was a horrible situation. I mean, it was a fun time, but it was so much down. My socks were wet, underwear, everything was wet. There wasn't a dry part of me, and I had to pee. So you know what I mean? Fox 11, shout out to you, but you know what I mean. Sometimes, it was raining. It rinsed it all away. The sewers were doing a thing. Anyways, Josh, meet Jen. She's a fantastic host of the show on Game on Wisconsin. I'm a little buzzed up, Jen. Help me out here.
Shorty jersey behind
Open book.
Chrissy.
It is.
Open book.
Yes.
Open book. She's a host of the Open Book podcast, the live show they do on Game on Wisconsin. She does an excellent job. She's been on my show a few times. I'm a little buzzed up, people. All right.
Is it Josh Moser?
Josh
Yes.
Moser.
I went to UW Green Bay, and you spoke in one of my classes.
Happy to help.
Yeah.
That means,
I don't know what I did, but I'll take credit for it.
Josh, that means you're so old.
It was only 3 years ago.
I know, but no, hey, we're trying to talk crap to Josh right.
Come on in. Yeah.
Who is that, Josh? Does he want to jump in?
That's a nice gentleman. He comes in, he takes the trash out, and puts
All
it
right,
back
shout out
in,
to that guy.
sets up all the technology and,
I wish I had someone like that because I don't even have a microphone. I'm yelling into my webcam right now. Hey, shout out to that guy. Thanks for wearing a mask.
It's someday I want to be Matt Ramage. I just want to do some damage. I want to go up there.
So let me ask you this, because I know that you don't have a lot of time, and then I want to talk about the Packers. But the Miami Dolphins, because I know that you're a Miami guy now, and I'm actually interested in that the quarterback or Tua. How do you say his name? Tua. I can't say his name. I don't mean no disrespect to him, but he's a young quarterback. What are you guys thinking over there in Miami? Are Miami fans excited? What are they doing over there?
I think they're more excited to be on South Beach and be on somebody's yacht than to go watch Tua play. There's joint practices this week against the Falcons, and then they play the Falcons Saturday at a night game. And the nightclubs will be busier than the game. They're giving away free tickets. They're saying, go get vaccinated, and here's free tickets.
Yeah.
So, completely different feel. It's too early. The one thing that's interesting to me is that he's the only lefty starter in the league. And it's a kind of a fun fact. He's only 23 and top 5 pick. Hip is better. Actually have a regime in place for him now. He was 6-3 as a starter last year with Ryan Fitzpatrick. So there is promise. I can tell you that they tried to trade for Deshaun Watson. And then with all of the off the field issues, they've pulled the trade. And this was early. This was pre-draft. And so now they've got 2 offensive coordinators, plus they've got his quarterbacks coach in his ear. So now there's 3 guys talking to him. So it's going to be really interesting to see how they relay all of these play calls within the 40-second time frame, which is really 15, 20 seconds. So I think that's something fans are interested in. I don't think fans like the Packers, they couldn't name 10 players on the team. I mean, shoot, I don't even think they could name 5. I'm being realistic.
But they live in Miami. I mean, like, I won't trash them for that because, like, you live in Miami and maybe you own a yacht. Like, if I own a yacht, like, I'd probably stop thinking about football.
Yeah,
I love the Packers, but, like, if I own a yacht and I'm in a place that, like, yachts go, like,
I'll let you on. Hey, Sunday's boat day, you know, so it's like, you want to go kill your prime time tanning time, you know, go watch the team that's maybe going to be 9-8, you know?
Because but hey, so let me ask you this real quick. I keep saying that before you go because you just leave whenever you want.
I'm for you, brother.
But so what are your thoughts about the Packers? You spent a lot of time here in Green Bay, obviously. Aaron Rodgers is back. Devontae Adams is on whatever a contract here. There's a word. I'm a professional.
You don't have to be serious. But you want me to put my reporter hat on? You want me to?
No. I want Josh Rosen. You can get the guy that was working behind you, and he can fill in the. No, but like, so what do you think about the Packers this year? Like, are you so like if you were here, you're not a reporter. You know, are you shotgunning beers, celebrating, having a good time? The Packers, you know, they're about to do some stuff. Like, what are you thinking? I'll shotgun a beer if you want.
I want to talk to Aaron. Like, I want to spend more time with Aaron. I think we're seeing a new side of Aaron Rodgers this year. My buddy Matt Schneidman has been getting a nice little grunt of it. And it's more out of appreciation for what he does than really picking on him. Aaron's not going to pick on you unless he actually likes you. But I will tell you that he reads everything. And I know that Randall being back is a big deal. I loved the little ploy with Clay Matthews. Obviously, it's not happening. Clay and I went to rival high schools out in California. And it's funny, you know, so you have him, David Bakhtiari, and Aaron. They all train at the same place. It's basically, it's really Clay Matthews' high school strength and conditioning coach founded Proactive. And then they just rebuilt this place, and now it's the spot to be in Westlake Village, California. And, you know, these guys have great relationships. And when you really think about it, look, you spend a lot of time with these guys, and you want to be around people that motivate you, that make you better. And, you know, you're seeing these locker rooms when you can get along and there's togetherness in that locker room, they can have fun. We're talking about playing a game here, you know?
Yeah.
It's a huge difference. We saw it with the Brewers when they were good. You know, we've seen it with the Packers, and now, you know, I love that Rodgers kind of put everything on Goody. He's just like, yo, man, like, you want me or not? Like,
yeah. I love that they're just having fun. Because I said it last year because I thought they should have won it last year. It's like they were having fun. Like, everything, like, anything you saw, like, Rodgers, he was on Pat McAfee, doing anything. I thought last year, like, it was their time. But it didn't turn out that way. But it definitely should have been. Like, I felt like the stars were aligned. Everything was happening. So, like, this got to be the year then. Whatever. You know what I mean? I can wait a year.
Hey, man, 13-3 back-to-back, you know. You know, you're always one injury away. We'll see what happens. But I think this is, you know, as you've seen with Devontae, and this is the last dance. Like, this is the last time this group is going to be together. And
let's say, do you think I want to let, like, other people talk because I feel like they're here for a reason too. But I want to ask, do you think that there's a chance Aaron Rodgers would retire? Because you've been in that room, you've been in, you know, press conferences and all those things. You talked about maybe retiring last season.
I don't think so. That's just my personal opinion. I haven't talked to him in that capacity.
I have.
Yeah. Look, he's 37.
You gonna retire after this year, bro, or what? I mean,
I'll shoot you a cell phone. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's got a cell phone number. I'm sure you could reach out to his people.
I DM'd him. He did not see it.
Look, like, I don't know, it's funny. Like, Brett Favre released this PSA today talking about how kids shouldn't play tackle football until they're 14. And so,
Brett Favre.
You know, and it's just funny. I mean, I know that all the Jordan Love talks, you know, is what it is. But look, Rodgers has outplayed what they thought he was going to do. And then he had all of the leverage being an MVP this last year, and he did what he needed to do. So now he's put in the organization saying, look, like, you know, do you want me or not? And I'm going to concede this year. You give me Randall. We'll work a few things out, and we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I like his Zen approach. I'm curious to see how this all transpires. I'm curious to see how David Bakhtiari comes back. I mean, there's definitely things that, you know, need to come together here. But I think it's exciting from a journalist perspective because you never want a story that kind of like goes straight up or they lose. You kind of want that roller coaster where there's some ups and downs, and you want to ride that wave. And I think you're going to see a lot of that this year, and that's what it's about. People living and dying by this, and I'm curious to see the numbers Rodgers puts up. I hate this preseason crap. I don't think there should be a preseason. I think it's dumb as hell. And another reason for players to get hurt. Realistically, you're playing for 3 or 4 roster spots anyway. Like, who your 45 guys are that you're going to dress. I'm going to be real with you. Like, outside of maybe a couple injuries, and then you got to fill those spots. So, it's a big year. I forget. I haven't been paying close attention. This is year 4 for Alexander, so he's got another year after this. Yes.
Yeah. Once he said yes, I trust anything he said.
Yeah, he's got his 5th year option. Yeah, they pick up for next year.
So, I mean, he's an exciting guy. I miss him in the locker room. I love Randall. Devontae is one of my favorite people. I certainly miss Jordy. He loves texting with emojis. He's a big emoji guy.
We're breaking off the
scoop
here.
That's scoop right there.
It's out of the huddle days. I missed him on that show. Donald was up there, talked with him a little bit. D-Drive there's just special people.
Donald Driver's baseball or softball game, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Coming up, I think this Sunday. They canceled.
I left. They needed a host, and I bailed. So they canceled.
No, but Donald Driver's thing is happening. The Packers one isn't happening.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones. I think Donald Driver's is still because I need a lot of former players. But so Jen,
production.
Do you have a question for Josh? Because I feel like I'm
sorry that I've been dominating this thing.
No,
it's fine. It's fun to sit back and listen.
By all means.
You have more inside detail than I do.
No, so what do you got, Jen? You got a question for Josh? Because I'm out.
I mean, I could always ask him about the Panthers. I see he tweets about the Panthers all the time.
The Florida Panthers?
Florida Panthers, yeah. We could switch it over to hockey.
Hey, you know what? They are the most underappreciated team in Miami. They're probably the best team in Miami right now. Their general manager's a hoot, Bill Zito. And not the pitcher, but Bill Zito. And, I mean, that's really where we're at. Like, people, they don't care. It's just so funny. It's just so different.
Hey, they're putting themselves back on the map, though, so it was fun to watch them go head-to-head with Tampa.
Hockey games live are very underrated, especially when you can sit up in the glass. It's so fun, end-to-end action. What else we got going on in Miami? We got Dave Beckham's got a soccer team down here. They're the worst team in the MLS. I think people are more concerned about like seeing him and his wife do like workout videos than going to watch that team actually play. We had Dave Chappelle did a concert or a stand-up, and then they had to COVID test everybody. They put them all in a room, and everybody with vaccines, got COVID again. That was a big talk this last weekend. I know he's supposed to be funny, but that really wasn't that funny.
I love Dave Chappelle.
Oh, he's great.
I would have his babies if I was able to.
I'm trying to think of I don't know what.
You guys just hang out and like go.
I just want to hang out, hear you guys chat. I'm missing the old restaurants back in Green Bay, and there's no Fleet Farm down here.
There's no Fleet Farm. There's
no quick trips down here.
You don't have a Culver's. You don't have a Quick Trip. Like,
no Culver's.
Besides like boats and sons, you're living in hell.
We've got this place, Pollo Tropical. It's like
you don't even have a spotted cow.
There's no spotted cow down here.
But I do have spotted cow.
Spotted cow. You bring some new players spotted cow down this way. We'll go play some Erin Hills. We'll go play on the golf course.
Dude,
it's a great Wisconsin day.
I'll come hang out with y'all. Bring some spotted cow. We'll get hammered. We won't document it because you're a professional now, and you can't have that. You can't have that on the internet.
Yeah, it's funny. You consider professional and all of this. Like, this is the stuff that's fun. I'm out here in a suit and tie. You got to keep it a little bit, buttoned up. I mean, it's all about the fans and the people. Like,
yeah. You keep coming to my show, you'll mess around and be back here.
You know what? I want to come to Lambeau and I want to experience the game as a fan. I think I've been.
You should. I'll come with you and I'll show you how to shotgun a beer. I'm sure you've done it in college and all those things.
I want to see some truffle shuffle.
Yeah, we're gonna teach you how to shut the wave down when the Packers are on offense.
Yeah,
do a little bit of roll out the barrel, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna teach. We're gonna have Josh maybe get in a fight. I never been in a fight at Lambeau, but I see the fight videos on Twitter. And
Off the top of your head, do you know who the Packers have week 14? Are they home week 14? That's the bye week for the Dolphins.
I have no idea.
I'd have to look it up.
Dusty might know. Look at it. His mind's working.
I know. My Google's working right now, Matt, is what's happening right now.
Dusty's on it.
Week 14. Week 14. Oh, I actually might be at that game. That's at home. No, that's not at home. It's against the Bears.
In Chicago?
It's actually in Green Bay. Green Bay. The Bears come to Green Bay. There you go.
That's a possibility.
You'll get those fights then that you want to see.
Yeah, seriously.
I might be in them, and that's not good for me because I'm not a fighter. Like I
think I see more
lover, not a fighter.
I see more Bears fans fighting with Bears fans than I do.
Yeah.
Well, they're just so sad, John.
People ask me like, "Hey, someone asked me today on Instagram, like, have you ever been to a Bears game in Chicago?" Like, no, because they will destroy me. Like, I talk a lot of shit, and I am not trying to go to Chicago. I'm not going to Soldier Field. I've been told many times, if you ever come to Soldier Field, when you get into the airport, I will punch you in the face. I'm like, that's my whole goal in life is to not get punched in the face. It's not pretty, but I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. And I want to keep it.
Eye going back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, I get punched in the face.
That's the whole thing.
I don't need that because now that's my whole gimmick is gone. Now I got to be good at talking? No, that ain't going to
We're going to work on some. We got to get you inside Soldier Field. We got to make this happen.
If you come with me, because then if someone tries to punch me, I duck. If they hit you, you got that pretty face going on. You don't want that.
So what's more likely in week 14, Justin Fields and Jordan Love as the starting quarterbacks, or you being at the game?
No, it's definitely Jordan Love will not be starting, which I love him. And when it's his time to shine, I'm gonna be right there. I'll have the 10 jerseys. I'm gonna probably sell some shirts. I got a merch shop coming up. I'm gonna do all the things. But Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback this season, and Aaron Rodgers is gonna be that guy. And Justin Fields, I don't hate on him. Like, Bear fans are like, oh, you hate Justin Fields because you know he's going to be the MVP and he's calm down. Calm down, Bear fans. I don't hate on Justin Fields. I like him. But, like, he plays for the Bears. So, like, I pray for him. Like, get out. Like, get out the second you can. Like, demand a trade. You might be a good quarterback. The Bears coaching staff is trash. No quarterback can succeed in Chicago. People have tried it. Like, since Jim McMahon kind of succeeded, but he had, like, the best defense of all time. So, hey,
don't be forgetting about my boy Jimmy Clausen.
All right. No disrespect.
I'm just getting a rise out of you here. Are the Packers winning 13 games? Are they winning 13? Is that the over-under?
Minimum of 13 games. Matt LaFleur doesn't know how to win less than 13 games.
Now that there's that extra one too, it kind of throws off his 13-3 mojo.
Yeah, but he can go a minimum 13-4. He might win 14 just to spice it up a bit. You know what I mean? I think Matt LaFleur is a god. All right, I get a lot of people are mad like, oh, you should have done this, should have done that. I don't care.
He tore his Achilles. Would that prove that he's not a god?
Well, he drug his leg out there, coaching him up. He was just dragging that thing. He was walking just like, I don't care. Run, Brian, run. You know what I mean? So, like, I love Matt LaFleur. And I get, like, people can say he should have done this, he should have done that, but there's no, until he proves that, and first of all, he doesn't prove nothing to me. But, like, I love Matt LaFleur. He seems like fun. Aaron Rodgers, they're all over there having a good time. I feel like Matt LaFleur is a guy you could drink beer with. Like, I feel like he could maybe out.
His wife lets him.
Yeah. I have a wife, too, but she's downstairs. I told her, I said, I'm just going to edit some stuff. It'll be all right. I'm not going to do nothing. And then I just drug a cooler up here full of beer. That's how you got to do it. Anyways, we're having a good time here, Josh. Are you drinking? You're at work, aren't you?
I wish. I got to go back. Ties on. I get a little plant protein. Look at
this guy. You guys watch him on. You guys watch Moser on Jen. Do you follow Moser on Instagram? He's over there pumping iron. He's over there work. His face is all serious too. He's all like,
Hey man,
Follow him
I'm
on Twitter,
in
not
training
Instagram.
camp, I gotta get ready for week 1.
you gotta follow.
You never know when they're gonna need you.
You gotta follow him on Instagram. I feel like he could be like, he throw him in. Not with the Packers because we're good, but with the Dolphins, maybe they throw you in. What position would you play, Josh?
Yeah,
if
5
you were
foot
gonna,
nothing,
maybe
100
a
nothing.
punter. I feel like you can maybe punt and maybe throw some blocks.
No, I mean I feel like
style,
I could do a little in the slot, but I just hated the crossing route. I don't want to run over the middle. I want to live. I feel like I might be decapitated.
I couldn't.
So put him in for 4 verts every time.
Yeah. That is the scariest route ever. I got lit up enough.
I want to see you against Jair. Just get manhandled. I don't think
Jair's a special player.
He is. He was
getting manhandled. That just has such a good ring to it.
It does, because I feel like he'd be happy because he was like, I could take half a play off.
Yeah, I actually have a Packers question.
All right, ask Jen because she's smart.
Oh
How
gosh.
many games is Kevin King going to play this season?
Well, that's a good question. I'll let you guys answer first, and then I'll find the middle.
I didn't say start.
I was gonna say you didn't
say
say
start.
start.
Is he gonna play? And on defense, how about that? They're not gonna put him on special teams.
I'm like floating around the 10 area.
High, okay.
So yeah, expect like just kind of the unsure atmosphere around Eric Stokes because I was really underwhelmed with how little he got to play in that preseason game. So maybe they're seeing things that we're not. So I'm gonna say Kevin King he's gonna have a better year and he's gonna play at least 10 games.
What's he on? He's on a 1-year, $5 million. He's on a 1-year prove-it deal, right?
Yeah, it's a really small which
So
I think is fine.
He needs that money. So
I actually enjoyed the signing.
Every time he puts something on social media.
I enjoyed the signing. I thought it was good. Familiar depth for a really cheap price. So until Stokes is ready, basically. But
yeah,
King's a funny guy. I like him.
Yeah,
good conversations with that guy.
Hey, as long as they're on this team, I'm going to support them. So hope he has a great year.
It is. So what do you think, Dusty?
Honestly, I think he plays all of them. I just think it depends on health. I mean, his thing, he's Mr. Glass. Like, he has such a hard time staying healthy, man. So I think he's probably 10 or 11 feels right, but I just think it's going to be due to injury. I mean, he was signed to be a bridge guy for Stokes, basically. Like, this year, traditionally, cornerbacks don't come in and do a whole lot year one. So you bring him in, you bring back King on a 1-year deal. He bridges the Stokes. I think they're going to want King out there. If he's healthy, I think every single game. I just don't think he's going to be healthy.
I mean, he's already hurt going into week 1 of the preseason.
That sounds about right. Availability, folks.
Yeah.
Let me ask the group this. All right, Josh Jackson got traded today for the Giants guy whose name I cannot say. I tried it a few times earlier, but
Dusty's on it.
I'm looking.
I forget the name, and no disrespect to him, but Josh Jackson is the guy who I love. I remember when I did that. Packers Inside the Huddle was kind of part of that. The Packers softball game. Aaron Rodgers got a little grief on me. Devontae Adams got under me a little bit. Told me I sucked. It was all in fun. They had a good time. But I remember during that softball game, I was so nervous and I was so worried. Like, I was like, oh, but Josh Jackson was yelling my name. He was hyped up. He's like a very hyper guy. You know what I mean? And he was like, Matt Ramage, and he's like in the outfield yelling my name, and I was like, wow, this is so crazy. and he was just like, Matt Ramage. I forget what he was saying, but he was like, crazy eyes, some bitch. He was all jacked up, and he was yelling my name. I was like nervous about like what I'm supposed to do, and all of a sudden, Josh Jackson is like to my like right a little bit, just yelling my name. I was like, how does he know my name? He doesn't follow me on Instagram. And that's how most players know me, because they know me from Instagram. And then after that, I was like, oh, I love Josh Jackson, because he made me comfortable. I was still nervous. I still got yelled at by Aaron Rodgers. He didn't make me that comfortable. I didn't screw up. But he made me a little bit more comfortable because, like, this guy's screaming my name. But so, I don't know. I like Josh Jackson. I feel like that trade was like a change of scenery for both players. I forget the player's name of the Giants, but like I looked at the stats.
It's Isaac Yadam.
Yeah.
Yadam. That's what it says, I guess.
According to their stats, it feels like it's a change of scenery for both. Like they both are pretty equal type of players. And I love Josh Jackson. I wish him well. I hope he does good. And I hope the other guy that's from the Giants does good over here and maybe even better. And Josh Jackson does better over there. And everyone's happily ever after.
I think it also kind of softens the blow. Like instead of having to just full on cut him, you kind of make it more like you're worth something. So I think a second rounder like that who you've been working up and building up, trying to do something with, I think it kind of eases things a little bit with that by just trading him instead of full on cutting him after that game.
I think probably on both sides. I think because I saw people saying, we're like Packer fans like, well, Josh Jackson was getting cut anyways. And I saw Giants fans saying, well, we're going to cut this guy. Well, like, all right, well, they're both going to get cut. We traded them. It's an even swap. Everyone feels good the next day. We're having a good time. You know, I don't know. But, like, you know, shout out to both those guys. You know, I hope they do well, whatever the hell they're doing.
For all we know, Josh Jackson goes out there and just kills it in New York. You never know. It's happened.
He's got Sackrell over there. He's got Blake Martinez. He's got some
familiarity, Yeah,
and I actually hope that happens because, like, dude, once you're a Packer to me, you're always a Packer. I root for you. Unless you go to like the Vikings or the Bears, the Lions, I can even support you. Like Jamal Williams over at the Lions, I can support him because I know the Lions ain't doing nothing. And I truly hope Jamal Williams does well because I think he's a good person. He's a happy person. He's having a good time. I think everyone can learn from Jamal Williams, like just how happy he is. He's always happy. I wish I could go to work being that happy. I drive to work like today is going to be a good day. I'm going to be so happy. Then I get there, someone's like, hey, Matt. I'm like, oh, shit, I can't be happy because this person talked to me. You know, so like it doesn't work out for me. But like for Jamal Williams, it works out for him. You know what I mean? So like, sure.
But with like the new NFL celebration rules, how long is Jamal going to be in the league? Because his happiness is basically a celebration that's going to get penalized.
You cannot be happy in the NFL. If you like run, dude, what game was that? Like, dude ran over like 8 dudes.
Colts.
And
didn't like, I guess it was a little bit of time. Like, you got to admit, it was a little bit. He turned around and was like, ah. But like, how dare you be happy? Like, look.
Like the way Jamal Williams celebrates after a run, it's not going to fly anymore.
If I drug 8 guys like 10 yards down the field, I'd be screaming for 5 minutes just directly in their faces. That flex was nothing, man. Nothing.
You have to like turn around, be like, oh, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, so I'll turn around. Dude, the thing with that is like no one. I hate rules that no players are complaining about. No players like, oh, I got my feelings hurt on Thursday night. He did a thing and it made me sad.
Right.
Like no one's upset.
That was good.
It was. That's what the player would sound like.
Like no player is saying that. Like when Aaron Jones did his little waving thing. First of all, he should have got extra points. Aaron Jones should have got extra points for waving. He was running full speed and still waved. Like, he was running full speed. It wasn't like he was beating the guy by, like, 15 yards and he waved. Aaron Jones running full speed. The guy's, like, 3-4 yards behind him. And he was like, I can't do that. If I'm running full speed and I try to wave, I trip, I fall, I don't get it.
That's why you do this.
That's why I don't because I could chug beer. I could do that. You know what I mean? Shot the quick trip. It sent me this koozie. It sent me a koozie. Josh, do you have a quick trip koozie? I'll hook you up, bro.
I don't. Yeah, I think I might need to add one to the repertoire.
Yeah.
Need some Wisconsin goods down here.
I'll send you, like, some spotted cow. But, like, whenever someone says, hey, send me some spotted cow, like, I would love to, but I
Can you send me some of those pesto fries from Mystique? Like, I really need those. Those delicious.
I will see what I can do. Whenever I mean to send somebody stuff, though, I either eat it or I drink it.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're like, hey, did you send that? I'm like, oh, you know I did.
No.
It might have got lost, though, because I drank the shit out of that. But, yeah.
Well, on that note, I got to go put up the tie, but always good to chat.
No. So, Josh, you're going back to work, huh? You're going to go do, like, some work stuff?
Yeah, I got to, what do we got going today? I get to this Brett Favre story about how he wants children not to play tackle football.
First of all, let me say this about Brett Favre. Brett Favre says so many words all the time. Like, he has an opinion on everything. I like Brett Favre, but, like, he has an opinion on every single thing that's ever happened. Like, Brett Favre, they can ask him anything. He's like, oh, I have an opinion on that. Like,
honestly, like, he doesn't remember. You know, be real. Like, he's got major memory issues from all the undocumented concussions.
Yeah. Oh, he does. Because back then they didn't care. They're like, oh, your head hurts? That's fine. Go throw a touchdown. Use your helmet. You'll be all right. Man up.
We get to talk like some trades. The Dolphins made a trade today, so we're going to talk about another one of their players that's kind of like a scat receiver. And then we got Tim Tebow getting cut.
Oh, he got cut.
One selling jersey in the NFL this summer was
Tim
Tebow.
Dude, his blocking was horrendous.
They didn't have a choice.
I have no hate for Tim Tebow. I love Tim Tebow. I think he's good for the game.
Can I get one of these, like with the beer, like on the ground at Lambeau Field?
I'll give you one. I like Tim Tebow. I root for him. I think he's good for the game. I think he's good for the world. He does good things. And but like he's a horrible tight end. Like he didn't block anybody. He's like, I'll get in front of you. But that's about all I can do. That's like me at work when my boss is like, I need you to do all this work over here. And I'll be like, tell you what I can do. I'll be over there. But I am not going to do all
for
that
twice
work.
the pay.
I will be. I'll be there, but I'm not going to do the work.
Well, next time I'm getting my Packers gear on so I can feel like I'm part of the tribe now that I can be a fan.
You should just get a tattoo. Big G right in the forehead.
Right on the forehead?
I know like that. Hey, look, I got a Packers tattoo.
You got an ink?
Oh yeah, I got.
What is happening? Okay.
Okay, I got a Packers tattoo. It's a Packer guy stomping on a Bears helmet. I got this a long time ago.
That's the most Matt Ramage brand tattoo. Now you just got to get like a spotted cow on the player's hand or something.
I want a screenshot of that. I missed that. Like,
I forgot. No.
I'll send you a picture. No, but I got that. Actually, I don't know if I got it that year, but I planned against the year the Packers went 4-12. Because when the Packers went 4-12, I was so pissed. And I was so mad about everyone was like, not I wouldn't say everyone, but a few people jumping ship. And I was like, dude, I'm a freaking fan. And when your team sucks, I feel like that's when your true fanhood, like, just should jump up. And you should defend your team. And I was like, I'll get a damn tattoo. And the Bears still suck. And I don't know what their record was, but I imagine they won more than 4 games.
See, I thought you'd get like the Bears still suck across your back.
Dude, I should do
when you're out at the lake.
That's expensive. That's expensive. That seems like an expensive.
That's like how you get like a lip tattoo. So you just like pull it down.
Yeah. I'm afraid of needles. I remember going to get that tattoo, and there was like a biker guy in the chair next to me with his grandson like on his lap. So like I'm getting this tattoo. I'm scared out of my mind. And I'm like, oh my God, I hate needles. And I'm like, my toes are clenching up, and I'm like, oh my God. And the guy's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine. This guy's getting a tattoo on his neck, and his grandson is jumping on his knee. I have to at least try to like pretend to man up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Grandpa with kid on the knee, that's my exit.
Dude.
All right.
Hey, thanks for joining us. All right. All right.
Go Pack, go. Have a good
season. Go Pack, go.
Talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, it was good to talk to you. All right. So I don't know. All right, let me figure out how to do this. All right, so now all right, so dude, I don't know what this show is happening. I don't know what's happening. I don't think my microphone is working. I'm using anyway. So Jen, thank you for coming in. I don't even know what's happening.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry I replied super late. I haven't been on my phone all day, and like 25 minutes after you sent that message, I was like, oh, I would have to be on in like 5 minutes, but it all worked out.
Like if my like equipment worked right, I never would have saw that. But like I have a TV that I was using for my like second monitor.
Oh yeah, I saw you want that double screen.
Yeah. So it broke. Like it didn't work no more. I was like, I just got it working and it broke. I'm gonna buy another one. I don't care. I mean, not that I'm rich, but I'll just buy another. But I was
new truck, new computer, just.
But like when I was working on it, I ruined everything else. So I was like, I was like, all right, you know, I was just like doing normal stuff, and I was like, I'll just jump on and I'll do a live or whatever. And then I went to go jump on like 10 minutes before I was on live, and nothing worked. So I'm like scrambling, plugging stuff, unplugging stuff. I felt like I was like on Forrest Gump, when they yanked out the cords at that one when he went to the speech. And that's how I was like trying to plug them in. I asked all these people to come on, and I was like, oh my God. People are texting me, I thought you were going live. And like my phone's blowing up. People are messaging me, I thought you were going live at 7. But anyway, so like, what are you guys' thoughts? Because we got some smart people in the building, so let's talk about this. Josh Jackson got traded. We mentioned it earlier with John. We got Big B in the building, first of all. Whenever Big B shows up, we got to put him on the screen. Jamal Williams.
Big B.
Jamal Williams is GOAT. I think that was earlier because we were talking about Jamal Williams, but it's still up there. But shout out to Big B. But like, what do you guys thought on Josh Jackson with that trade? I felt like it was fairly even, just like a change of scenery type of thing. But like, what do you guys thought on that? You don't have to cover me. You know what I mean? Think of your own stuff.
It felt like change of scenery thing. Like that was, I doubt he was going to make it out anyway. Like he wasn't. If he made the 53, it either meant he had a really good camp or everyone else looked terrible. Because he's not been. You kept waiting for something to happen, it just hasn't. So it certainly felt like one of those. It's not turning around. We know it's not going to turn around. So we either trade him for a guy who probably also will not make the team, or we just waive him. So I think he didn't make the cuts. They ended up trading him, but that seemed like he was not going to be here in like 3 weeks anyway. So let's just we're cutting him or trading. That's
yeah. I think it was probably both for like both players. They probably weren't going to make it out of training camp, so it was like, hey, let's just swap these guys, and then who knows, they might both get cut.
Yeah.
Before it ends up like, hey, your guy, you're going to cut him. I'm going to cut my guy. Let's just trade each other, and then maybe we can see what happens, or maybe we cut. I don't know. I like Josh Jackson. I wish him well. I'm not trash him at all. I think he's a good dude, and
Yeah, I mean, you never want to see guys fail or anything like that. So that's why I always have that little bit of hope, like, well, maybe he'll make it work. I didn't see him making the final cut for the 53, but I think that this is definitely the better scenario for him to, not have those feelings like, man, I underperformed. I've been underperforming, not getting the reps I wanted. So he could see more time with the Giants. I know he saw a lot of time against the Texans in that preseason game, kind of obviously at cornerback, but also doing some punt work. So you kind of never know where a guy's going to shine when he goes to a new team. And I hope he does find his way onto a 53-man roster, and we'll kind of just see. I don't expect anything from the Giants player that we signed. I'm assuming that he'll also be gone, and he'll just be a distant memory, and we'll know him as the guy who got traded for Josh Jackson. But yeah, I do wish him all the best. He's, when you're with the team for that long and you just like keep hoping for the best for them, like, okay, maybe this will be their year, maybe this will be their year, and it just wasn't happening. And I think maybe that just got in his head a little bit too, and that kind of pressure can bring down your game. So I do hope for the best with him and the Giants, or maybe he ends up somewhere else. I don't know. He'll probably end up on a divisional team because they always take our guys, and we'll end up playing him twice a year. We'll end up playing him twice a year.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys, we got a good question coming up here. I know we talked about a little bit before. Kevin King's role, what's it going to be this year? People are telling me my mic sucks, so I'll let you guys talk for this. So what do you guys think about Kevin King this year? Like, how is this going to roll out?
Starting outside corner. I mean, for better or worse, right? He's starting outside corner until Stokes starts to light it up or until he gets injured. Like, that's how that feels. Like, he's
basically his same role from last year.
Yeah, same thing. And, people forget, I don't know. I say that. I don't know if people forget. Some people forget probably. It's all colored by what he did in that last game, the Miller thing and a couple of things. There you go. Go to Quick Trip, folks. But like, he had like a decent season. Like, when he's healthy, he's not the guy that I know a lot of us, I hoped he was going to be kind of a shutdown. He's rangy guy, ton of speed, like decent ball skills. Like, he's not that good like all the time, but he's got flashes. Like, he can be a solid corner on the outside. He's just going to have sometimes where he just gives up big plays. Like, it's kind of maddening. So he's not terrible. He's not good. He's just inconsistent. It's
watching MVS on the defensive side of things. That's what it feels like, to a more
I'm higher on MVS than that.
No, I am too, but it's kind of the same thing where it's like like the highs are really high, but the lows are really low. I feel the same thing when I'm watching MVS. And MVS, I've been on his train for a while now, just kind of hoping for him to break out and find consistency. And I think consistency is Kevin King's word too. If he can, like, he has all the talent and he's not a bad player. But I think, you know, obviously the bad always overshadows the good. And people forget that he has made some really solid, important plays in these last couple of seasons. And maybe this year on his prove it deal, he kind of breaks out and has a really solid season. But again, kind of like you mentioned, Dusty, the injuries can also come into factor. And yeah, I always expect a lot more from guys like that, where it's like you're fighting for your role here, your position. And they've also, like, they brought you in on a prove it year and also drafted your replacement. So you've got a lot to work towards. Kevin King isn't a guy, I haven't given up on him yet. And when they said they were re-signing him, I was like, okay. So, you know, he's who knows what he's doing on this defense. And I know, you know, Joe Barry coming in, who knows how he'll utilize him. But yeah, I assume same role as last year, just a lot more on the table for him per se.
Yeah. I feel like that, like you talked about, like, you know, like the high is high, but the low is low. I feel like that's how my boss would talk about me in a meeting. People like, you know, some days he's really good, but some days he's hungover and he's a piece of shit.
Except for when it's Kevin King, there's millions of people watching his lows.
Yeah, nobody's watching. My boss is watching. He's like, this is your low, bro. This is not going well. Like, today is not good for you. No. All right, so, like, Jen, you were at the preseason game. You were at a lot of the week at training camp. We didn't get a chance to meet up. We were going to, but we're going to do it next time. Dusty, you were not there.
I was not. No, I was not.
Where the hell were you?
My daughter started kindergarten last week, and so her first day was Thursday. So I really wanted to come up, but you know, I had to kind of stick around, help with my son while my wife was driving the daughter to kindergarten, and then kind of check in and see how school was going for her 2 days. So I really wanted to be up. I'm hoping to get up later this year, but yeah, it was I don't know. I was talking about the things my daughter learned in kindergarten, which was, I don't know, about how this one kid kept like looking under his chair or something and smelling the carpet. Dude, like that's what I learned.
Dude, when your kids are young, I'll tell you this, because Jen, you seem very young. Do you have any children?
No.
All right. I wasn't going to assume. All right. But you seem young. But like when you have kids, I'll tell you this. They tell you the most attractive information. Like they will tell you things that you never cared about, but you have to act like it's exciting. People are like, Jimmy's mom is an alcoholic. You're like, oh, so we should hang out with them. All right, now we know. If I call out Jimmy's mom, like, yo, Jimmy, where? No, but kids will tell you, like, you know, Sarah has a barrette in her hair. Like, oh, no shit, huh? You're breaking news to me here, kid. No, but kid stuff is more important than football stuff. I mean,
especially preseason. It was like 70. It was 75 degrees. I was sweating in my seat. Like you didn't miss much.
No, but like, it's only important to the people whose kids they are. No one else cares.
Like, correct.
Like my kid could like he could cure like a disease. Maybe not cancer. That probably make the news. But like he could like do like some real shit, and I'm like, oh, my kid. They'd be like, yeah, we don't care. Jordan Love is gonna play this.
I gotta see that first snap.
That's right.
No, but like no, family stuff is more important. But anyways, throughout the training camp and throughout the preseason game, whether you were there, whether you weren't, you're watching Spelling Bee, whatever you were doing. What are you guys excited about? Like, what do you maybe not like as much? Like, what do you guys think about like the first preseason game? Jordan Love's first action. Well, he made some throws. I was way up there. I saw
in your VIP seats.
I saw the top of his head. I couldn't see anything. People are like, oh, you can see the plays break down. Like, yeah, that'd make a lot of sense if I knew what the hell I was looking at. I'm not a play breaking down guy, but like, you know, I saw some stuff. You know what I mean? I like what Jordan Love did. I don't get overly excited about preseason, whether it's Justin Fields did what he did against the threes or Jordan Love what he did against whoever he was playing against. But like, I like it. I think it's good. You can say it's good, but let's not just like get the bus ready yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, Bears fans were like, yo, Like, they're calling Canton. Like, I just want to make a reservation. We're figuring he's going to play 15 years. Hall of Fame, so put me down for 20 years. I'm going to get there. But, like, it's good. You can be happy. Like, Bears fans can be happy. I told them that. You can be happy, but let's just pump the brakes. As a Packer fan, Jordan Love, I like what he did. Happy. I think he's got a whole other year to not play and just watch Aaron Rodgers and learn all the things that he learned last year, learn them again. Like, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking. But what were you guys thinking? Like, are you happy? What are you thinking about this? Let me drink this beer. You guys answer.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed. I think that there's a group of fans who, no matter what Jordan Love did, it wasn't going to be enough for them. But yeah, it's the first preseason game. It's been a long time since he's actually played in a competitive game scenario like that. And I thought, he got those few conservative completions in right away, but then he was kind of testing his arm a little bit, testing the coverage, and he made some really great throws, and he was connecting well with Funchess and Taylor. And I thought it was a lot of fun to watch him. We only got one half of what he could do. And yeah, it's not like it's crazy stats or anything like that, but also that offensive line was underwhelming, and I think that gets a little overlooked. So I think, but again, they're not the first stringers. So I think for his first outing, I was impressed, and hopefully with this whole shoulder thing, he's able to go in and play some more so we can kind of see a little bit more of what he's capable of. But yeah, there wasn't really anything where I was like, oh man, this guy's rough. It was kind of just, it was about as good as I thought it would be.
Yeah, and I'll say, I mean, one of the things there's a lot of stuff that I liked, and then some stuff that was blah, 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 blah. But his first throw was that it was like an RPO smoke throw, just that rise up and throw. And like in college, that was his footwork's kind of all over the place, and so he's got a good arm, but his accuracy is kind of all over the place. And so in college, you'd see those throws, like he'd miss those quick throws of the flat because he's just thrown over and firing, and that sucker's going like 10 feet over the dude's head. So even it was a short throw, but just seeing that out the gate, man, like that RPO step back throw right on the money, like he struggled with that in 2019 at Utah State. Like those, when you saw him miss throws, he missed quite a few of those. So something like that was cool. You saw some of his footwork look really nice. I mean, Jen talked about the offensive line. That was, like, Runyon for me was one of the more disappointing things. Like, he was like, this might be our starting left or right guard, and he was getting bullied, man. But yeah, overall, I thought Love looked good. Like, not spectacular, but solid. Like he went through his reads and stuff. He made decent throws. Like it was a nice showing.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought it was good. Like, but like my whole thing is like with Jordan Love is like it doesn't matter because like he's not my starting quarterback. Like if you have a driver and he's jumping curbs, but he's not your driver today. Like he's gonna drive you like next year. Like he'll get better. He rubs up against the corner a little bit, shaves off the fender. But like that's not my car. That's not my car. But like next year he's my driver, so I hope he works through some of that. But I don't think Jordan Love like shaved off a fender anywhere. I think that I like analogies. All right, they don't always make sense.
That's good.
I do like analogies. My wife always says that you don't have to have analogies for everything. I do. I like analogies. But I think Jordan Love is good. Like, but he's not our quarterback this year. So like whatever he is, he gets to have a whole other year watching Aaron Rodgers, and now he gets like a better look. He's now holding the clipboard. He's number 2, and like Aaron Rodgers is happy. He's posting on Instagram. He's
gratitude.
Yeah, gratitude, and I like that shit. I do. I like it because I think sometimes you get really happy. I have gratitude for this beer right here.
Honestly, a happy Aaron Rodgers is a dangerous Aaron Rodgers. So the happier he is, the more lethal he is.
That's kind of how I am with my podcast.
And that's probably why
I do a better podcast when I'm buzzed up.
That's probably why Bears and Vikings fans are waiting till next year. Dude. Where it's always, wait till next year. Dude, like, well, that's because you're scared of this year.
That is the thing with like Bears. Like, it doesn't matter whatever Bears or Viking fans or like people just hating. I'll talk some trash because like that's what I do. And they're like, well, just wait till next year. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams won't be there. I'm like, that's all you can do is wait till next year. Because your team, dude, if you're telling me to wait till next year because Aaron Rodgers you think will be gone, Devontae Adams you think will be gone, because your team is trash this year. So you're saying my team will be trash next year, But your team is trash this year. My team is dominating the NFC North. They're going back to the NFC Championship game, but this time they're going to win it. All right. I fully
Amen. Amen.
Yep.
I fully believe that. They should have won it last year. Like, air high five, all you two. Get your hands up. Boom. There we go. Anyways. So Jen, she's the host of the Open Book podcast on Damon, Wisconsin. It's on YouTube. It's on the podcast places, probably, right? You can listen to it.
Probably.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
Audio's on podcasting streams.
I have to have you both back on, like, when my microphone's working, because I can't put this on my podcast because it's the audio. I'm sure is just horrible. All right, but like the video will stay in the world forever. But Dusty, like, what do you do? Like, you write stuff, don't you?
I don't know. Yeah, no. I write at Cheesehead TV. I actually got tonight. I'm finishing an article for tomorrow, and then during the season, I'm over at Pack Report as well, and then podcasts on Pack a Day, and then every now and then I just pop up with streams that I feel like. And I also want to say, real quick, this is my first time actually getting to talk to Jen. I've never talked to Jen before. We've never really crossed paths in this video world. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, Jen.
Yeah, hi, Dusty.
Yeah, dude. I truly think that Jen is like one of the most underrated people talking about like the Packers, and you might talk about other things. I don't know. I think it's mostly Packers.
Nope. Packers and hockey. Packers and hockey.
But
That's it.
I follow you on Twitter, and I think you're great. Obviously, everyone knows Dusty. He's a smart person.
Dusty is the most humble person, though. He does, like, everybody hypes him up, and he's always like, "Well, let's bring it down."
I block those
he's the
people,
worst
Jen.
at accepting a compliment. You
true.
try and compliment him, and he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, no, that's true. I just stopped responding at a certain point.
Yeah, because I've read his stuff, and so I get it. But I'm just kidding. That's how you know I like you, when I start dishing out on you.
No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
No, but I think that Jen is like one of the top people talking about the pack. I think you're really good. You make Eli and what the other guy,
Zach.
Zach. The most disrespectful, not remembering someone's name. No, but I want to bring the whole crew of Open Book back in my show. You do like games and stuff, but it's not just that, because you know your football stuff. I think you're good at what you do, and I hope to one day get on your level, because like the games we had. Like,
we played that board game with Crabtree, and that was good.
And we had fun, and I was like, that was funny. He's like, yeah. I was like, you should come back on. He's like, yeah. If they're there, they'll be right. No, but that was fun.
That's what's fun is everybody's show has a little something different where you kind of have fun and appreciate it for what it is.
And you also learn stuff. I like to learn stuff sometimes, as long as I don't have to read. I don't like to read. So, like, let me ask you this, all right? Besides YouTube, because I think Dusty writes a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, but like, who besides the people in this conversation, who's if I was going to say I don't read article, excuse me, I'm so gassy. But if I don't read any articles, but I say, hey, I want to start reading some articles, who is one person that you would say, read this person? It's not me. Who would you say?
For me, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to learn. I mean, for me, like my can't miss every week during the season, and I don't read this until after I write my stuff because I don't want the colored by then. But Ben Fennell over on The Athletic, Ben Fennell does the X's and O's and throws stats into that stuff. So every week, I think I can't remember if it's Tuesdays or Wednesdays at The Athletic, he hits that. That's always a must read. Like I learn something every single time from him. It's really incredible stuff.
He has incredible football IQ.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah, he really does.
One of mine, actually, I know, Dusty, you're going to hate me, but you're one of the ones I enjoy because you bring a lot of different creativity to it, and I appreciate that. And I kind of like writers who bring different things. Like, I like Zach's articles because his are more, like, personal to the player or personnel he's writing about. Dusty brings a lot of creativity. Yeah, there's like, an overwhelming amount of people. I know Sarah over on Cheesehead TV writes great post-game breakdowns, and
Maggie Loney does terrific work. She writes.
Is it her
I think
six-pack?
weekly during the off season.
What it is?
Yeah. She does like some of like the press conferences stuff in season, but she's been doing more like she did a piece a week or two ago on like what to expect, some of the stuff from Joe Barry's defense. She did like tremendous job with that.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't miss, man. Maggie doesn't
Yeah,
miss.
there's just so many great ones out there.
They really
Yeah,
are.
I think it's very good. Like we're gonna wrap this up, but I think it's so good to like to do. I did a thing on Instagram where I was like, hey, if you create Packers content, whether it's podcast, blogger, writer, whatever the hell you're doing, tag me and I'm gonna try to share as much as I can. I think we should support each other. I think we should.
Mhm.
There's so many people doing good shit.
Absolutely.
First of all, like Dusty, like you, like Zach and Eli. Eli does such great film work, and there's so many people who do such good stuff. And a lot of people like on Twitter like are known, like they do. Everyone knows. Like on Instagram, I have a few followers, and like nobody knows. Such great content creators are over here, and they're doing these things, and like I don't know. Like if you have a following, I think that you should like spread it around, like show people. Like, 'cause first of all the content that I create is just trash. Like I'm just having fun. Like I'm just goofy. I'm having. We're gonna have a few beers. We're talking about the Packers. We're gonna have a good time. But the people who actually are really good, and I'm not saying that I'm not. I'm not like, oh, boo me, I suck. But like what I mean. I'm not like serious. I'm not. We're just having a good time. But like, there's so many people that I think are like underwatched. People who are good. I think the Open Book show is very underwatched. I think it's a very good show. Like I try to watch whenever I can, even if it's not live. I watch it after. Eli. I mean, you guys could probably fill that spot with someone else. But that's why I like the show. You guys just trash each other on the regular, and I love that because
Well, if you're not picking on each other, what's the point?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I always tell people if I'm not picking on you, it's because I don't like you or I don't know you good enough. At least
Dusty was actually, before I was on the show, Dusty was a guest on there, and he was trash talking me, and I was just in the comments.
That's true.
Yeah, I remember that, Dusty. You're ripping on Jordy, and I'm just
forgot
in the
about that. I think I said he was terrible. Like it was an offhanded, like to see if you were actually paying attention, and you were paying attention.
I'm here.
Forgot about that.
We're all about the fun at Open Book. Yeah, I was like, thanks, Dusty. See, I was gonna bring it up at some point tonight.
Oh man.
So we'll wrap this up, but everyone check out Open Book. Jen is the GOAT, and I want to have you guys on when my microphone works and we can actually use it for a podcast. Maybe next week we'll figure something out because I don't think I can't use this because I don't think anyone can hear me. I keep seeing comments. Your audio sucks. I know. All right. I screwed up, but Jen is awesome. Game on Wisconsin, Open Book. Dusty, he's like everywhere. He's like the most
out and about
Packers content media whore. He's like Cheese at TV, Pack a Day podcast, whatever. You want me to do it? I will write. I will podcast. I will post.
I did a piece for Game On Wisconsin that ran about a month ago. Yeah, no, man, you asked me to write or join somewhere, I'll write or join somewhere.
He's the Swiss Army knife of Packers content.
Yeah, I like that because whenever I ask you to come on my show, you do my show. I think you do a great job.
Thank you,
both of you. And, I'm very I'm happy you joined me because first of all, both of you were asked very short notice, so that means that you guys don't have a life.
It's true.
Luckily, I had to go get my license picture taken today. Otherwise, I would not have been ready.
So I'm sure it looked lovely. But two of the grades on the Packers, I would give you a round of applause. Oh wait, did you guys hear that?
No.
I know you have your button, but
I heard it before. I was hitting the button and it didn't work. No,
I was gonna say we'll just clap for ourselves.
All right. Anyways, I'm gonna put this outro song on because I have it, and it took a lot of work to get this music going. But I appreciate Jen for Game of Wisconsin, Dusty from everything because he'll do anyway. She Said TV, Pack a Day podcast, Game of Wisconsin. He doesn't care. You have a website, he'll write for that some.
I'm also on Pack a Day podcast.
All right, yeah, you are. All right, so I didn't mean to like.
Had an episode go out today for anybody who
wants
to listen.
Pack a Day podcast, first of all, is one of the best podcasts of all time besides Matt Emmett Show. But they do a great show. Everyone has a piece in that. All the good people. not me. But like, I'm not saying that in a bad way because I don't want to be. Because like, the amount of people who do great work over there.
Andy Herman did a great job putting the team together.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it any type of way because like that's not what I try to do. I just get drunk and talk crap about the Vikings. I am not gonna.
We all love it though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna light anyone over on Pack a Day Podcast. Pack a Day Podcast is the best podcast you can get. So everyone check out Pack a Day Podcast. Andy Herman on YouTube. I actually watch him probably more than I watch anyone else because that's where I steal my content from. I just watch his shit and I write notes. Like I could talk about that.
Good thing he puts it out in the morning, so then by the nighttime you have a show.
I just change a few things, try to make a joke in there. I can get a joke in there. But shout out to everyone watching. If you're still watching, all 8 of you. All right, go Pack, go people.
It's Green Bay when that pack come. Watch when it touch down. Intercept your bag and you ain't like that. I think you need to sit down. It's Green Bay when that pack come. No rats, we stack